Act as if you are the best. Walk into every room like you belong there. Speak with the confidence of someone who has already won. Train your mind to know, without a doubt, that no one is better than you. Not because you think you're perfect, not because you have all the answers, but because you refuse to let doubt hold you back. Because you know that success is not reserved for the few, it's claimed by those who decide they deserve it. Desire, the starting point of all achievement. Every great success starts with a burning desire. Not a passing wish, not a vague dream, but an obsession with your goal. The people who win in life don't just want success, they must have it. Their desire fuels them through every obstacle, every failure, every challenge. Take a moment to reflect on the great achievers of history, people who changed the world through sheer determination and an unrelenting drive. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before he successfully invented the light bulb. Did he wish for success? No, he was obsessed with making his vision a reality. He saw his success as inevitable no matter how many setbacks he encountered. So ask yourself, what do you truly want? Not what society tells you to want, not what seems practical or safe, but what sets your soul on fire? What vision keeps you awake at night? What goal would you chase even if you had to face failure 1,000 times? That is your burning desire. That is the fuel that will push you forward when challenges arise. Once you identify this goal, write it down, put it on paper, make it tangible. Studies have shown that writing down your goals significantly increases your chances of achieving them. Why? Because it moves them from a vague thought into a concrete target. When you write something down, it becomes real, it becomes a commitment. Then see it in your mind every single day. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools of success. Athletes, entrepreneurs, and high achievers use it to condition their minds for victory. If you can see yourself achieving your goal, if you can feel it as if it has already happened, you create an unstoppable momentum. Your brain starts working towards making that vision a reality. But visualization alone is not enough. You must act as if achieving your goal is inevitable. Too many people dream, but few take action. They wait for the perfect time, the right circumstances, or a guarantee of success. But the truth is, success belongs to those who move, who take risks, who step into the unknown with unwavering belief. Success is not about luck, it's about commitment. It's about showing up every single day, doing the work and refusing to quit, even when it's hard. Even when you don't feel like it, even when the world tells you it's impossible. Because here's the secret. The moment you decide that your success is non-negotiable, the universe starts aligning in your favor. You will attract the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances. You will develop the resilience needed to push through setbacks. And most importantly, you will become the person who is worthy of the success you desire. So make the decision now. No more excuses, no more waiting. Turn your desire into an obsession. Write it down, see it, feel it, and then take massive action. Because those who win in life don't just hope for success, they demand it. And they stop at nothing until they achieve it. To faith, believing in yourself when no one else does. What the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Success is not merely about working hard. It is about cultivating an unshakable belief that you will succeed. This belief is the foundation upon which all great achievements are built. When the odds are stacked against you, when the world tells you that you cannot do it, your faith is the driving force that keeps you moving forward. Without it, obstacles become insurmountable, but with it, even the most impossible goals become attainable. Faith is not just an abstract emotion, it is a choice. Every single day, you must wake up and decide to believe in yourself, despite the setbacks, despite the failures, and despite the doubts that try to creep into your mind. It is easy to believe when everything is going well, but true faith is demonstrated when the circumstances seem hopeless. That is when you must stand firm and remind yourself, I am capable, I am worthy, I will succeed. The greatest minds in history understood this principle. Henry Ford revolutionized the automobile industry not because he had resources, but because he had faith in his ideas. Oprah Winfrey overcame rejection and hardship, but she persisted because she refused to believe in failure. These individuals did not let the world dictate their worth. Instead, they imposed their belief upon the world, and the world had no choice but to follow. You see, The mind is a powerful tool. It can either propel you toward success or drag you into the abyss of doubt and failure. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you believe you are destined to fail, you will unconsciously make decisions that lead to failure. But if you believe with every fiber of your being that success is inevitable, then your actions will reflect that certainty, and the universe will respond in kind. This is not about blind optimism. This is about aligning your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with your goals. It is about developing an unwavering conviction that success is not a matter of if, but when. Your mind must be conditioned to expect success. When you do this, opportunities will appear where others see obstacles. Solutions will emerge where others see problems. But belief alone is not enough. You must act. You must take bold steps in the direction of your vision. You must persist even when the results are not immediate. The road to success is rarely smooth. It is filled with challenges, failures, and rejections, but those who keep moving forward, armed with an indomitable belief in themselves, are the ones who eventually reach their destination. Ask yourself, what would you do if you knew, without a doubt, that you would succeed? How would you carry yourself? How would you speak? How would you approach challenges? Act as if you are already successful, and soon enough reality will catch up to your belief. Winners do not wait for external validation. They create their own certainty and force the world to recognize their worth. The truth is, no one else will believe in you until you believe in yourself. No one will invest in your dreams if you hesitate to invest in them first. If you doubt yourself, the world will reflect that doubt back to you. But if you carry yourself with confidence, if you operate as though success is inevitable, you will draw opportunities, allies, and resources toward you like a magnet. In the end, success is a self-fulfilling prophecy. It is not reserved for the lucky or the privileged. It belongs to those who dare to believe in themselves, even when no one else does. The world does not determine your potential, you do. So wake up every day and choose to believe. Choose to act as though you are already a winner, and soon the world will have no choice but to follow. 3.auto suggestion, training your mind for success. The most successful people in history, John D. Rockefeller, Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, all understood one fundamental truth. Your thoughts shape your reality. Every invention, every breakthrough, every empire first existed as a mere thought before it materialized into the world. What you believe about yourself, about your abilities, and about your future determines the actions you take and ultimately the life you create. Your mind is like a powerful computer, constantly running programs based on the beliefs you install in it. If you fill it with doubt, fear, and negativity, it will operate accordingly, leading you toward failure and negativity. If you fill it with doubt, fear, and negativity, it will operate accordingly, leading you toward failure and negativity. But if you consciously program your mind for success, if you choose to feed it with confidence, ambition, and certainty, your life will transform before your eyes. Every day you must take control of this programming. The world around you is filled with distractions, with negativity, with people who will tell you that you can't do it. But you must be the one who decides what thoughts take root in your mind. You must actively rewire your brain for success. How? By speaking powerful affirmations, by visualizing yourself, achieving your goals, by training your subconscious mind to expect success. When you wake up in the morning, before the day begins, declare your dominance over your own life. Stand tall, look yourself in the mirror, and affirm, I am the best. I am unstoppable. I am destined for greatness. At first your mind may resist. Years of negative conditioning may whisper, but what if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? Ignore it. Those thoughts are remnants of a past you are leaving behind. Keep repeating your affirmations. Keep reinforcing your belief, because over time your mind will accept these statements as fact. And when your mind believes it, your actions will follow. Your thoughts dictate your emotions, and your emotions drive your actions. If you believe you are unstoppable, you will carry yourself with confidence. If you believe success is inevitable, you will persist through obstacles. If you believe you are destined for greatness, you will attract opportunities that others miss. But belief alone is not enough. You must act in alignment with that belief. A champion doesn't just say they are great. They train, they practice, they refine their skills every single day. A successful entrepreneur doesn't just think about wealth, they take calculated risks. They innovate, they outwork their competition. So ask yourself, what would the best version of you do today? How would the most successful you think, act, and carry themselves? Start living that way now. Not tomorrow, not when things feel right, now. Repetition is the key. The more you affirm, visualize, and act in alignment with success, the more natural it becomes. It shifts from being a practice to being your identity. And once success becomes your identity, nothing can stop you. The world will try to shape you. Society will try to impose limits on you. But remember, you control your thoughts. You control your reality. The most powerful weapon you have is your mind. Train it, program it, and unleash its full potential. Wake up every day and declare it. I am the best. I am unstoppable. Because once you believe it, the world will have no choice but to believe it too. 4, specialized knowledge. Know more, be more. General knowledge is not enough. It is specialized knowledge that creates success. The world does not reward people who simply know a little about everything. It rewards those who become masters of their craft. The highest achievers, the greatest innovators, the wealthiest individuals, they all have one thing in common. They dominate a specific area of expertise. Hard work alone is not enough. Countless people work hard every single day, yet they remain stuck in mediocrity. Why? Because they lack the depth of knowledge required to stand out. The difference between the ordinary and the extraordinary is mastery. The best in the world are not just those who put in the effort. They are those who sharpen their skills to an elite level. They have an edge that others do not. So what do you need to master? What skill, knowledge, or expertise will set you apart? This is the question that separates winners from the rest. If you want to be at the top of your field, you must possess knowledge that others do not have. You must develop an understanding so deep and refined that it makes you irreplaceable. This requires a relentless commitment to learning. You must study, you must read, you must learn from the best. Seek out mentors, dissect their strategies, and apply their lessons. Read books that expand your thinking. Watch the industry leaders and analyze what makes them successful. Do not settle for surface-level understanding. Go deep, learn the nuances, and master the details. In today's world, information is everywhere. But consuming information passively is not enough. You must take action. Knowledge without application is wasted potential. Too many people read books or attend seminars yet never implement what they learn. The real power of specialized knowledge comes when you apply it. Test it in the real world. Experiment, fail, adjust, refine. Keep going until your knowledge turns into skill and your skill turns into mastery. And when you achieve mastery, your value skyrockets. The world pays top dollar for experts. Companies, clients, and customers do not look for generalists. They seek out specialists who can solve their problems better than anyone else. The more valuable your knowledge, the more opportunities will open for you. The more refined your skills, the more indispensable you become. But here's the secret. Mastery is a moving target. You can never stop learning. The moment you think you've made it is the moment you start falling behind. The world evolves, industries change, and new knowledge emerges. If you want to stay ahead, you must continue to grow. The best in the world never stop improving, so commit to it right now. Decide to pursue mastery. Choose a field, a skill, an industry, whatever it is that aligns with your goals. Dive deep. Study relentlessly. Absorb every piece of knowledge you can find, and most importantly, apply what you learn. Let your actions separate you from the rest. General knowledge makes you average. Specialized knowledge makes you powerful. Be the one who knows what others don't. Be the one who has mastered what others have only dabbled in. And watch as the world rewards you for it. 5, decision. Success belongs to the decisive age. A study of thousands of people who failed in life found one critical pattern. Lack of decision was one of the biggest reasons for failure. The inability to make decisions, the hesitation, the constant second guessing. These are the silent killers of dreams. Opportunities slip away not because people are incapable, but because they hesitate, overthink, and wait for the right moment. Indecision kills dreams. It is the poison that paralyzes action and ensures mediocrity. Every moment spent doubting, analyzing, or waiting for the perfect scenario is a moment lost forever. The most successful people in the world understand this. They make decisions fast and with confidence. They trust themselves, their instincts, and their ability to figure things out along the way. They don't need endless approval or reassurance. They decide, they act, and they adjust as necessary. Look at the greatest leaders, entrepreneurs, and visionaries in history. They did not wait for permission to chase their dreams. They did not sit around debating every possible outcome. They moved with speed and conviction. Henry Ford revolutionized the automobile industry because he made bold decisions. The difference between success and failure often comes down to a simple choice. Will you take action or will you delay? The world does not reward those who wait. It rewards those who move. The best people in any field don't waste time doubting themselves. They decide, they commit, and they execute. And here's the truth. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to have every answer before you begin. You just need to start. Most people think they need more information, more certainty, or more experience before they can take action. But that's a lie. Clarity comes from action, not from endless analysis. The more decisions you make, the sharper your instincts become. The more risks you take, the better you learn to navigate uncertainty. Successful people understand that even a wrong decision is better than no decision. Why? Because every decision leads to learning, to experience, and to growth. Even mistakes push you forward. Failure is not the enemy. Inaction is. The real danger is not making the wrong choice, but making no choice at all. Think about this. How many times have you waited too long to make a decision and lost an opportunity? How many moments of doubt have cost you progress? Now ask yourself, what would happen if you just decided right now to move forward with full confidence? How much further would you be? It's time to trust yourself. It's time to act as if you are the best, because the best don't waste time questioning their every move. They take bold steps. They learn and they grow. They do not wait for certainty, they create it. So make the decision. Stop overthinking, stop hesitating. Whatever dream, goal, or vision you have, commit to it. Step forward with confidence. The world belongs to those who decide, those who commit, and those who execute. Be that person, and watch as your life transforms. 6, persistence. Refuse to quit. No great success comes without obstacles. The road to achievement is never smooth. It is filled with failures, setbacks, and challenges designed to test your willpower. Every great winner in history, Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, faced obstacles that would have broken an ordinary person. But they never stopped. They refused to surrender to failure. And that is what set them apart. Failure is not the end. It is a lesson, a stepping stone, a necessary part of success. Edison failed over 1,000,000 times before he perfected the light bulb. Henry Ford went bankrupt multiple times before revolutionizing the automobile industry. Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination. Yet none of them let failure define them. They understood a fundamental truth. As long as you keep moving forward, you never truly fail. One of the greatest examples of resilience comes from the 1930s during the Great Depression. Millions of people lost everything, jobs, homes, businesses. It was a time of immense suffering, but within that crisis lay an opportunity. Those who refused to quit, those who adapted, those who pushed forward despite the hardships became the next wave of millionaires. The Great Depression didn't just destroy fortunes, it created them. Because the people who kept going, the ones who refused to surrender, positioned themselves for success when the economy rebounded. They understood that adversity is temporary, but quitting is permanent. The lesson is clear. Success belongs to those who endure. When life knocks you down, you have two choices: stay down or rise stronger. The world does not reward those who quit, it rewards those who persist. The most powerful mindset you can adopt is to act as if you cannot lose. When you remove quitting as an option, you force yourself to find solutions. You push through the pain, the failures, and the doubt until victory is the only outcome left. Look at any self-made success story and you will see the same pattern: resilience, persistence, and an unbreakable belief in oneself. The difference between those who make it and those who don't is not talent, intelligence, or luck. It is the ability to keep going when others stop. It is the ability to see failure as a stepping stone rather than a roadblock. Ask yourself, how many times have you stopped short of success because things got too hard? How many dreams have you abandoned because the obstacles seemed too big? Now, imagine if you had kept going. Imagine where you would be if you refused to quit. You must train your mind to see obstacles as challenges, not barriers. The struggle is what shapes you. The pain is what strengthens you. Every time you push past a failure, you become stronger, smarter, and more prepared for the success that is coming your way. There will be times when you feel like giving up, when doubt creeps in, when you question if it's worth it. In those moments, remind yourself, if you refuse to quit, you never truly fail. The only real failure is stopping before you reach the finish line. Everything else is just part of the journey. Success is reserved for those who persist. The winners of the world are not those who never failed. They are the ones who never let failure stop them. So, make the decision now. No matter what comes your way, no matter how hard it gets, commit to pushing forward. Act as if you cannot lose, because when quitting is not an option, success becomes inevitable. 7, mastermind group. Who you surround yourself with matters. One of the most powerful secrets of success is this: the people you surround yourself with will determine how far you go. No one succeeds alone. The greatest achievers in history did not reach their level of greatness in isolation. They built strong networks, powerful alliances, and surrounded themselves with people who fueled their ambition. The most successful individuals understand the importance of association. They build mastermind groups, teams of like-minded individuals who challenge them, support them, and push them to the next level. These groups are not just social circles, they are incubators of success, where ideas are refined, strategies are developed, and mindsets are strengthened. When you surround yourself with winners, you start thinking, acting, and operating at a higher level. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how the people around you influence your mindset, habits, and ambitions? If you spend time with people who complain, make excuses, and accept mediocrity, you will unconsciously adopt their mindset. But if you surround yourself with people who think big, expect excellence, and constantly strive for more, you will naturally rise to their level. Look at the most successful figures in history. Henry Ford had Thomas Edison and other innovators in his circle. Despite their rivalry, challenged each other to think bigger and innovate further. Success is not just about individual effort, it is about leveraging the power of association. The truth is, your environment shapes your reality. If you surround yourself with people who are complacent, your ambitions will shrink to fit that environment. But if you align yourself with those who are constantly striving for greatness, you will be pulled up to their level. Their energy, mindset, and drive will push you beyond your perceived limits. So how do you build a powerful network? How do you create your own mastermind group? First, seek out individuals who inspire you. Find people who have already achieved what you are striving for. Learn from them, study their habits, and if possible, connect with them. If you can't access them in person, absorb their wisdom through books, podcasts, or online content. Second, eliminate negative influences. You do not have to cut people out of your life completely, but you must protect your mind from toxic energy. Distance yourself from those who drain your motivation, who fill your head with doubt, or who encourage small thinking. Third, add value to those around you. Great relationships are built on mutual benefit. If you want to connect with powerful, successful individuals, ask yourself, what can I bring to the table? Offer insight, support, and encouragement. Become someone who uplifts others, and you will naturally attract high-caliber people into your life. Lastly, hold yourself to a higher standard. If you want to be in the presence of great minds, you must operate at their level. Expect excellence from yourself. Commit to growth. Never settle for average. Success is not just about talent or hard work. It is about positioning yourself in an environment that breeds greatness. If you surround yourself with small thinkers, your dreams will shrink. But if you surround yourself with giants, your vision will expand beyond limits. Remember this, the people around you either push you forward or pull you back. Choose wisely. Surround yourself with those who make you better and watch how far you go. 8, the subconscious mind. Control it, or it controls you. Your subconscious mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant in it will grow. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and failure, they will take root and flourish. But if you plant seeds of confidence, belief, and success, your life will transform in ways you never imagined. The thoughts you consistently feed your mind become the foundation of your reality. Most people go through life unaware of the power of their subconscious mind. They let negative thoughts, fears, and self-doubt dominate their mental space. They focus on problems instead of solutions, failures instead of opportunities. And just like weeds taking over a garden, these negative thoughts choke out any chance of success. But those who understand the power of the subconscious mind take control of their thoughts. They intentionally plant powerful, positive beliefs that lead to unstoppable momentum. Every single day, you must make a conscious effort to feed your mind with positivity. This is not just a feel-good exercise, it is a necessity. Your mind is constantly being influenced by the world around you. The news, social media, and even the people you interact with can plant seeds of fear, doubt, and limitation. If you do not take control of what enters your mind, negativity will take over by default. So what can you do? You must become the gatekeeper of your mind. Read inspiring books that expand your thinking. Listen to motivational speeches that ignite your passion. Surround yourself with people who uplift and challenge you. Drown out negativity, reject self-doubt, and immerse yourself in an environment that reinforces your belief in success. Successful people understand this principle. They do not allow negative thoughts to dictate their actions. They do not dwell on failures or past mistakes. Instead, they program their minds with thoughts of victory, resilience, and confidence. They visualize their success before it happens. They act as if success is guaranteed because they know that when the subconscious mind believes it, reality will shift to match that belief. Your subconscious mind does not know the difference between reality and imagination. If you repeatedly tell yourself that you are a winner, that you are unstoppable, that success is inevitable, your mind will accept these statements as truth. And once your subconscious believes it, your actions, habits, and decisions will align with that belief. You will walk, talk, and think like a winner. You will attract opportunities that others miss. You will turn obstacles into stepping stones. This is not magic, it is psychology. Athletes use this technique to win championships. Entrepreneurs use it to build empires. Leaders use it to inspire nations. They understand that the battle is won in the mind before it is won in reality. Think about this. If you knew without a doubt that you would succeed, how would you act? Would you hesitate? Would you second guess yourself? Or would you move forward with unstoppable confidence? The answer is clear. When you truly believe in your success, you operate at a higher level. You make bolder decisions. You take smarter risks. You stay persistent even when faced with challenges. Your future is being shaped by the thoughts you plant today. Will you allow doubt and fear to grow, or will you take control and plant the seeds of confidence, determination, and success? The choice is yours. From this moment on, decide to be intentional with your thoughts. Speak success into existence. Act as if your dreams are already yours. Train your subconscious mind to expect greatness and watch as your reality transforms to match your belief. 9. The power of decisive action. During the 1930s, the world was in turmoil. The Great Depression had devastated economies, wiped out businesses, and left millions struggling to survive. Fear and uncertainty gripped the world, and most people hesitated, afraid to take action. But history shows a clear truth. Those who took decisive action, whether in business, innovation, or investing, came out on top. In times of crisis, people tend to freeze. They wait, they hesitate, they hope for better conditions before making a move. But those who waited in the 1930s, those who let fear control them, ended up with nothing. They let opportunities pass them by, too afraid to take the risks necessary to change their circumstances. Meanwhile, a select few, the bold, the fearless, the action takers, saw the crisis as an opportunity. They moved with confidence. They took risks. And they ended up building fortunes while others remained stuck in fear. Look at the industrialists, the entrepreneurs, the investors of that era. While the masses hesitated, visionaries like Henry Ford, John D. Rockefeller, and Andrew Carnegie continued to push forward. They understood a fundamental law of success. Fortune favors the bold. Those who waited for the perfect moment were left behind, while those who seized opportunities, despite uncertainty, rose to greatness. The same principle applies today. Success is not for those who hesitate. It is for those who make bold moves, who take massive action, and who refuse to let fear dictate their decisions. The world does not reward inaction. It rewards those who step forward with confidence. So, what does this mean for you? It means that waiting is not an option. If you want to create success, you must act as if success is already yours. You must move with certainty. You must make decisions quickly, adjust when necessary, and never let hesitation paralyze you. Most people fail not because they lack ability, but because they lack the courage to take action. They overanalyze, they second-guess themselves, and in doing so, they miss their moment. But winners understand that no opportunity is ever perfect. There will always be risk. There will always be unknowns. But success belongs to those who push forward despite uncertainty. Take a look at the greatest entrepreneurs, athletes, and leaders today. They don't hesitate. They make bold moves. They invest in themselves. They trust their instincts. And because of that, they create opportunities where others see obstacles. They act with the confidence that success is inevitable, and their actions reflect that belief. So ask yourself, are you waiting for the right time? Are you letting fear hold you back, or are you ready to step up, take risks, and claim what is yours? If you want to win, you must make decisive action your habit. Stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Train yourself to move forward even when the path isn't clear. Success is a mindset, and that mindset is built through action. Act as if you cannot fail. Move as if success is already guaranteed, because when you do, your actions will begin to align with that belief. The world bends to those who refuse to wait. Be one of them. Take bold action, make fearless moves, and watch as the doors of opportunity swing wide open for you. Fear is the single biggest enemy of success. It paralyzes, it destroys confidence, and it keeps people trapped in mediocrity. And in times of crisis, like the Great Depression, fear destroyed more dreams than failure ever could. It wasn't just the economic collapse that ruined lives, it was the fear that stopped people from taking action, from adapting, from pushing forward when it mattered most. Fear is a natural instinct. It is hardwired into our minds to protect us from danger. But in the modern world, fear is no longer just about survival. It has become a mental barrier that holds people back from success. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of rejection. These fears are not real dangers, yet they have the power to destroy ambitions, crush confidence, and keep people from ever realizing their potential. But the successful, the ones who rise above adversity, learn to transmute fear into power. They do not let fear stop them. Instead, they use it. They recognize fear as an indicator that they are stepping outside their comfort zone, that they are about to do something meaningful, something that has the power to change their lives. Rather than retreating, they use fear as a signal to take action. Think about it. Every great success story is filled with moments of fear. Entrepreneurs risking everything to start a business. Athletes stepping onto the field in front of thousands. Leaders making decisions that could shape history. They all feel fear, but they act anyway. They understand that courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward despite it. So ask yourself, what are you afraid of? Failure? Judgment? Rejection? Good. That means you're on the right path. The things that scare you the most are usually the things that have the power to change your life. Fear is a sign that you're stepping into something bigger than yourself, and that is exactly where you need to be. The biggest mistake people make is believing that they need to eliminate fear before they can act. They wait to feel ready, to feel confident, but that moment never comes. Confidence is built through action. The only way to silence fear is to do the thing you're afraid of. Once you take the first step, fear loses its grip. The more you push through it, the weaker it becomes. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is simple. Successful people do what they fear. They don't let hesitation stop them. They understand that discomfort is part of the process, that growth requires risk. Every time they feel fear, they remind themselves that fear is a liar. It creates illusions of failure. But the only true failure is giving in to it. History proves this over and over. During the Great Depression, many people gave up, letting fear dictate their choices. But those who took risks, who invested, who adapted, those were the ones who built fortunes. Fear made the masses retreat, but the fearless moved forward, and the world rewarded them for it. The same rule applies today. The world belongs to those who take action despite their fears. The ones who refuse to let fear control them are the ones who achieve greatness. They embrace the uncertainty. They move forward even when the outcome isn't guaranteed, and because of that, they win. So, what will you do? Will you let fear define your life, or will you use it as fuel? The choice is yours. Feel the fear, but act anyway, because on the other side of fear is everything you've ever wanted. Every successful person follows a pattern. They prioritize growth, take disciplined action, and stay committed even when challenges arise. On the other hand, those who struggle often fall into habits of procrastination, self-doubt, or inconsistency. The difference isn't intelligence or talent. It's the small daily choices that compound over time. If you want to attract success, start by shifting your mindset. Focus on productive habits. Surround yourself with positive influences and take intentional steps forward every day. Success isn't something you chase, it's something you become. When your habits align with your vision, success will follow naturally. These rules will make you become the person who attracts success. 1, who you become shapes your destiny. Every single day you are shaping the person you are becoming. Your habits, your choices, your thoughts, they are the paintbrushes, and your life is the canvas. The question is, are you creating a masterpiece, or are you letting life paint a picture you don't recognize? Success is not simply a collection of external achievements. It is a direct reflection of who you are at your core. The way you think, the way you act, the way you carry yourself, all of these determine what you attract in life. The world responds to energy, and if you want to attract greatness, you must cultivate greatness within yourself. It begins with your mindset, your discipline, and your actions. Every decision you make, no matter how small, contributes to the foundation of your future self. Think about the people who naturally command respect. Have you ever met someone who exudes confidence, determination, and purpose? They do not need to speak loudly or seek attention. Their mere presence is enough to influence those around them. This is not a product of luck or chance. It is the result of years of internal work, the conscious decision to pursue growth, to refuse mediocrity, and to build an identity rooted in strength and ambition. They have crafted themselves into individuals worthy of success, and in turn, success gravitates toward them. Edwin C. Barnes had a burning desire to work with the great inventor Thomas Edison. He was not wealthy, had no influential connections, and lacked experience. But he saw himself as a partner to Edison long before the world saw it. Unlike most people who wait for the perfect opportunity, Barnes created his opportunity by taking action. He didn't have enough money to travel to Edison's office in New Jersey, so he hopped on a freight train and arrived with nothing but belief in himself. When he met Edison, he boldly stated his intention, not to be an employee, but to be a business partner. At that moment, Barnes was not yet Edison's partner, but he thought, spoke, and acted like one. Edison saw his determination and gave him a small, insignificant job. Many would have quit, but Barnes continued to work, proving his value day after day. Finally, when Edison needed someone to sell his newly invented Edison dictating machine, Barnes seized the moment. With unshakable confidence and belief in his ability, he became the exclusive distributor of the machine. That single opportunity made him a wealthy man and Edison's trusted business partner, just as he had envisioned from the start. Henry Ford. Before becoming one of the most successful industrialists of his time, Ford faced multiple failures. He built 2 automobile companies that collapsed before he finally founded the Ford Motor Company in 1903. At a time when cars were considered luxury items, Ford envisioned an automobile that could be affordable for the masses. His unwavering belief in mass production, efficiency, and innovation allowed him to revolutionize the automobile industry. Even during the Great Depression of the 1930s, Ford's principles of determination, innovation, and resilience kept him at the forefront. His mindset was simple. A man's success is determined by his belief in himself, not his failures. So ask yourself, who do you need to become to achieve the success you desire? The answer is not found in pretending to be someone you are not. Instead, it lies in aligning your identity with your vision. If you aspire to be wealthy, you must adopt the mindset of someone who builds wealth. If you wish to be influential, you must learn to communicate and behave like a leader. Success is not a distant dream. It is a natural consequence of becoming the person who is capable of attaining it. There is a reason why some people seem to attract opportunities effortlessly while others struggle endlessly. It all boils down to identity. Your identity dictates your beliefs, and your beliefs shape your actions. When you shift your identity to match the life you want, you begin to operate from a place of certainty rather than hope. You move with purpose, and the world takes notice. Too often, people chase success, only to find themselves exhausted and unfulfilled. That is because success is not something you pursue, it is something you attract. The moment you become the type of person who embodies success, it will follow you as a natural byproduct of who you are. It is not about chasing wealth, power, or recognition. It is about becoming the kind of person who deserves those things. Your life is your masterpiece, and every day you hold the brush. Will you create something extraordinary, or will you let life dictate your story? The choice is yours. Start shaping your identity today, and success will follow in ways you never imagined. 2, setting goals with purpose and precision is success is not an accident. It is intentional. It is planned. It is built, brick by brick, through clear goals and purposeful action. It is the result of deliberate effort, not wishful thinking. Most people live life reacting to circumstances rather than designing their future. They drift, hoping success will find them. But here's the truth. If you don't define what you want, the world will define it for you, and often it won't be in your favor. Life does not hand out success at random. It rewards those who take charge of their destiny. Every successful person sets clear, intentional goals, but not just any goals. Specific, actionable, and deeply meaningful ones. When your goals align with your values and your purpose, they become a force that pulls you forward even on days when motivation is low. Your goals should not be vague wishes. They should be precise targets that guide your actions every single day. Let's break it down. Vague goals don't work. Saying, I want to be successful, means nothing. What does success look like for you? Define it. Is it financial freedom? Is it mastering a skill? Is it leading a movement? Clarity gives power. The more precise you are, the more focused your actions will be. And here's a key element. Reverse engineer your success. If your goal is to build a business, break it down. What do you need to accomplish in 1 year, in 6 months, in the next 30 days? Make your goals measurable, trackable, and time-bound. Success loves structure. Without clear milestones, even the best intentions fade into inaction. But goal setting alone is not enough. Execution is everything. Your goals should scare you a little, but excite you a lot. They should stretch you beyond your comfort zone, because growth never happens in comfort. Those who remain stagnant never achieve greatness. And remember, goals without action are just dreams. The difference between those who dream and those who succeed is execution. Consider the great achievers of history. They did not sit around hoping for success. They meticulously planned, acted with purpose, and adjusted when necessary. Thomas Edison tested thousands of ideas before perfecting the light bulb. Henry Ford revolutionized the automobile industry through relentless refinement of his process. These pioneers did not stumble upon success. They built it with clear vision and unwavering persistence. The key is consistency. Small, daily steps compound into extraordinary results. You don't climb a mountain in one leap. You do it step by step. Every action you take should move you closer to your ultimate goal. Even when progress seems slow, discipline and persistence will carry you forward. Success is not reserved for the lucky. It is earned by those who define their vision, create a strategy, and execute relentlessly. Define your goals today, take action, and commit to the journey. Success is not something you wait for, it is something you create. Start now and build your future with intention. 3, turning setbacks into comebacks. Life will test you, that's a given. But here's the truth, your success is not determined by how many times you fall. It's determined by how many times you get back up. Resilience is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. It's the ability to keep moving forward despite failures, despite disappointments, despite setbacks. The road to success is paved with obstacles, but those obstacles aren't there to stop you. They're there to make you stronger. The key is to reframe failure. It's not the opposite of success, it's part of the journey. Every setback carries a lesson. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Every time you get knocked down, you have a choice. Stay down or rise up stronger. History is filled with examples of people who turned adversity into achievement. Abraham Lincoln lost multiple elections and faced personal tragedies before becoming one of the greatest U.S. presidents. So how do you build resilience? You train your mind to see struggles as stepping stones, not roadblocks. When life gets tough, don't ask, why me? Ask, what is this teaching me? The sooner you embrace the lesson, the faster you'll move forward. One of the most powerful ways to develop resilience is through mental toughness. Resilient people don't dwell on failures. They analyze, adapt, and take action. They control their response instead of letting external events control them. This mindset shift is what allows them to keep going when others quit. It's also about embracing discomfort. Growth never happens in comfort. The moment you challenge yourself, push past your limits, and step into the unknown, you build an unshakable foundation. The greatest achievements come from those willing to endure the struggle. Your ability to bounce back is your superpower. Develop it and you'll become unstoppable. Resilient people are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who never stop trying. They understand that failure is temporary, but quitting makes it permanent. So when life knocks you down, remember this. Success isn't about avoiding hardships. It's about overcoming them. Stand up, dust yourself off, keep moving forward, because every step you take after failure is a step toward success. Resilience isn't just a skill, it's a way of life. Master it and nothing can break you. 4. The unshakable power of self-belief. Before the world believes in you, you must believe in yourself. Self-belief is the foundation of all great achievements. It's the silent force that drives people to defy the odds, to rise above circumstances, and to claim the life they deserve. The greatest limitations in life are not external, they are internal. The doubts, the fears, the negative self-talk. These are the real enemies of success. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. But if you do, you become a force to be reckoned with. Think of a time when you doubted yourself, when you hesitated, when you second-guessed your abilities. Now ask yourself, was that doubt based on reality or fear? The truth is, most self-doubt is a lie. It's a conditioned response from past failures, criticism, or fear of the unknown. But here's the good news. Belief is a choice. You build self-belief the same way you build muscle, through repetition. Every time you take action despite fear, every time you prove to yourself that you can handle challenges, you strengthen that belief. Start with small wins. Set a goal, achieve it, and remind yourself of your capability. History is filled with individuals who achieved greatness simply because they believed in themselves when no one else did. Walt Disney was told he lacked creativity before creating an empire. Henry Ford was ridiculed for his vision of affordable automobiles, yet he transformed the industry. The Wright brothers were mocked for attempting human flight, but their unwavering belief made history. Confidence isn't given, it's built. And the moment you start believing in yourself fully, the world will mirror that belief. Doors will open, opportunities will arise, and success will be drawn to you like a magnet. People gravitate toward those who are certain, who move with purpose, and who trust in their own abilities. But here's the catch. Self-belief isn't about arrogance or blind optimism. It's about recognizing your worth, developing your skills, and taking decisive action. It's about silencing the inner critic and replacing doubt with determination. Even if you fail, belief allows you to rise again, stronger and wiser. The difference between those who achieve and those who settle is not talent or luck. It's the courage to believe in oneself despite the odds. Every great success story begins with someone who decided they were capable before they had proof. So, choose to believe in yourself today. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready. Now, because the sooner you do, the sooner success will follow. It starts with a decision, a mindset, a belief that you are capable of achieving whatever you set your mind to. Success is not for those who wait to be validated by the world. It is for those who validate themselves first. Stand tall, trust in your potential, and move forward with unwavering faith, because the moment you truly believe in yourself, you become unstoppable. 5. The key that unlocks every door. If success had a secret weapon, it would be discipline. Not talent, not luck, not even intelligence, just discipline. The ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it, separates the successful from the unsuccessful. Most people wait for motivation. They think, I'll start when I feel ready. But readiness is a myth. If you only act When you're motivated, you'll never be consistent because motivation fades. Some days you'll wake up inspired and some days you won't. That's where discipline comes in. Discipline is the bridge between goals and results. It's what makes the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. Look at the most successful people in any field. Athletes train when they don't feel like it. Entrepreneurs work when no one's watching. Writers write when inspiration is nowhere to be found. They understand this fundamental truth. Success is built on daily habits, not occasional bursts of effort. The secret to their achievements isn't that they always feel like working. It's that they work anyway. They don't wait for the right mood or the perfect conditions. They show up day after day and do what needs to be done. Discipline is a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. And just like a muscle, it requires consistent effort to grow. You don't need to make drastic changes overnight. Start small. Wake up on time. Follow through on commitments. Stick to your schedule. Each small act of discipline compounds over time, creating unstoppable momentum. Over weeks, months, and years, these seemingly insignificant actions accumulate into life-changing results. Think of discipline as the foundation upon which all success is built. Without it, even the best plans crumble. A brilliant strategy is useless if you lack the discipline to execute it. A million-dollar idea is worthless if you don't have the discipline to bring it to life. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. And the only way to guarantee that you'll work hard consistently is by developing discipline. Ask yourself, are your daily habits aligned with your goals? If not, it's time to change them. Success isn't about what you do once in a while. It's about what you do every single day. The choices you make today shape the life you'll have tomorrow. If you discipline yourself to take action, even when you don't feel like it, you'll be unstoppable. The road to success is often long and demanding. There will be days when you want to quit. There will be moments when progress feels slow, but discipline keeps you going. Discipline keeps you on track when motivation disappears. It ensures that you keep moving forward even when the journey is tough. So, don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now. Train your discipline like a muscle and watch as your consistency turns your dreams into reality. Because in the end, success belongs to those who show up, do the work, and never stop pushing forward. Sixth, the art of continuous learning and adaptability. The world is changing at a rapid pace. What worked yesterday may not work tomorrow. The most successful people are not the ones who resist change. They are the ones who embrace it. They are the lifelong learners, the ones who are constantly evolving. In a world where everything is shifting, adaptability is the ultimate advantage. Knowledge is power, but only if you apply it. Reading a book won't change your life. Applying what you learn will. Attending a seminar won't transform you. Taking action on those lessons will. Growth is not passive, it's active. It requires effort, intention, and the willingness to step outside your comfort zone. Learning is not about collecting facts. It's about using them to improve, to innovate, and to stay ahead. But here's the real secret. Learning isn't just about consuming information. It's about adapting. It's about staying open to new ideas, new perspectives, and new ways of thinking. The moment you think you know everything, you stop growing. And when you stop growing, you start declining. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should you. The greatest leaders, thinkers, and innovators are those who remain students of life. They understand that wisdom is not about having all the answers, but about being willing to seek new ones. Think of it like this. Your mind is like a blade. If you don't sharpen it regularly, it becomes dull. A dull blade is ineffective, incapable of cutting through new challenges. Successful people understand that personal development is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong commitment. It's the daily sharpening of the mind, the constant refining of skills, and the consistent effort to stay relevant in an ever-changing world. What are you learning today that will make you better tomorrow? Are you reading something that challenges your perspective? Are you engaging with people who expand your thinking? Are you applying what you learn, or are you simply consuming knowledge without action? The difference between those who succeed and those who don't often comes down to one thing: execution. Commit to feeding your mind daily. Read, listen, observe, and most importantly, apply. Because knowledge without action is just potential. Knowledge with action, that's power. It's the force that drives progress, fuels innovation, and creates lasting success. The world will continue to change with or without you. The question is, Will you change with it? Will you evolve, adapt, and grow? Or will you stay stagnant, clinging to old ways in a new world? The choice is yours. Embrace learning, take action, and stay ahead. Because in a world that never stops moving, the only way to survive and thrive is to keep learning, keep growing, and keep pushing forward. 7. Your circle defines you. Look around at the people in your life. They are either lifting you up or pulling you down. Success is not just about what you do, it's also about who you surround yourself with. Your environment shapes your mindset, your habits, and ultimately your destiny. It's been said that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you're surrounded by winners, ambition becomes normal. If you're surrounded by complainers, mediocrity becomes comfortable. Energy is contagious, both positive and negative. Spend enough time with those who settle for less and soon you'll find yourself doing the same. But spend time with those who demand more of themselves, and you'll naturally rise to that standard. Successful people protect their circle. They surround themselves with those who inspire them, challenge them, and push them to grow. They seek mentors, network with achievers, and cut ties with negativity. This isn't selfish, it's strategic. Every conversation you have, every interaction you engage in either pushes you closer to your goals or pulls you further away. The best in any field understand that their time and energy are their most valuable assets. They invest both wisely. Ask yourself, who are you spending your time with? Are they helping you become better or holding you back? Do they encourage you to aim higher or do they reinforce your doubts and excuses? Your circle should consist of people who challenge your thinking, introduce you to new opportunities, and inspire you to be the best version of yourself. This doesn't mean you should cut people out of your life for the sake of it, but it does mean you should be intentional about who gets access to your time and energy. Sometimes, distancing yourself from certain relationships is necessary for your personal growth. You don't owe anyone your stagnation. You owe yourself progress. Seek out those who embody the qualities you admire. Learn from those who have achieved what you aspire to. Surround yourself with people who push you beyond your comfort zone, because that's where real growth happens. Find mentors who have walked the path before you and can guide you in the right direction. Build relationships with those who celebrate your success and push you through your failures. Your circle matters. It determines the conversations you have, the standards you hold, and the limits you set for yourself. If you want to elevate your life, start by elevating the people around you. Choose wisely, because the people around you don't just influence your mindset, they shape your future. 8, shifting from scarcity to abundance. Success is not just about skill, it's about mindset. How you see the world determines what you attract into your life. The way you perceive opportunities, challenges, and setbacks dictates whether you rise above circumstances or remain stuck in them. Your mindset is the lens through which you interpret reality, and it shapes your actions, decisions, and ultimately your outcomes. A scarcity mindset says, there's not enough to go around. If someone else wins, I lose. This way of thinking fosters fear, competition, and jealousy. People with a scarcity mindset operate from a place of lack, constantly worrying that success is a limited resource. They hesitate to take risks, fearing failure more than they desire success. They resist collaboration, believing that helping others achieve will take away from their own potential gains. This mindset creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because they expect limitations, they encounter more of them. An abundance mindset, on the other hand, says, opportunities are everywhere. If someone else succeeds, it proves that I can too. People with an abundance mindset see possibilities instead of limitations. They believe that success is not a finite resource, but an ever-expanding field. Instead of seeing others as competitors, they see them as sources of inspiration and potential partners. They focus on growth, learning, and innovation, which leads them to seize opportunities that others might overlook. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't opportunity, it's perspective. The most successful people look at obstacles and see possibilities. They see setbacks as lessons, using failure as a stepping stone rather than a roadblock. They don't ask, why is this happening to me? They ask, what can I learn from this? This shift in thinking turns failures into fuel for growth, making resilience their greatest asset. You become what you focus on. If you focus on problems, you'll attract more problems. If you focus on solutions, you'll find more solutions. Your brain is wired to reinforce your dominant thoughts, filtering information based on what you believe to be true. If you constantly tell yourself that you are limited, incapable, or unlucky, your actions will reflect those beliefs. But if you choose to believe in abundance, success, and possibility, your actions will align accordingly, opening doors you never even noticed before. Shifting from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset requires intentional effort. Start by reframing negative thoughts. Instead of saying, "I can't afford this," ask, instead of thinking, "I'll never succeed like them," remind yourself, "If they can do it, so can I." Surround yourself with people who inspire you. Consume content that expands your perspective and practice gratitude daily. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, reinforcing a mindset of abundance. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you want to attract success, start by thinking like someone who is already successful. See challenges as opportunities, setbacks as lessons, and the success of others as proof that you too can achieve greatness. Change your mindset and you will change your life. 9, the role of passion and purpose in achieving success. Passion fuels success, but purpose gives it direction. The most successful people are not just working for money or recognition. They are driven by something bigger. They have a vision that goes beyond personal gain, a mission that fuels their determination, and a reason that keeps them moving forward even when challenges arise. Passion is the fire that keeps you going when things get tough. It is the emotional energy that pushes you to wake up early, stay up late, and pour your heart into your work. Passion gives you excitement, drive, and enthusiasm. It makes the journey fulfilling, but without direction, it can lead to burnout, frustration, or wasted effort. That's where purpose comes in. Purpose is the compass that ensures you're moving in the right direction. It is the deeper meaning behind what you do. When you have purpose, your work is not just about making a living. It's about making an impact. It gives you clarity, resilience, and a sense of fulfillment that goes beyond temporary motivation. Purpose ensures that your passion is channeled towards something meaningful and sustainable. When you align passion with purpose, you create unstoppable momentum. You no longer rely solely on motivation, which comes and goes. Instead, you operate from a place of deep conviction. The combination of passion and purpose turns hard work into something enjoyable, struggles into stepping stones, and setbacks into lessons. You become relentless because you are not just chasing success, you are pursuing something that truly matters to you. But here's the truth. Passion alone is not enough. Many people are passionate, yet they never achieve success because they lack direction, discipline, or strategy. You must pair passion with action, strategy, and persistence. Passion without action is just a dream. Purpose without execution is just an idea. Success comes when you are willing to do the work, even when the excitement fades. You must be willing to push through the mundane, the difficult, and the discouraging moments. Success is not built on bursts of enthusiasm, but on consistent effort over time. That means setting clear goals, developing skills, and taking calculated risks. It means learning from failures, adapting to challenges, and staying committed even when progress seems slow. Find what excites you. Find what gives your life meaning. Passion is the spark, but purpose is the foundation that keeps the fire burning. Discover what you are naturally drawn to and what problems you feel compelled to solve. Then commit to mastering it. Develop your skills, build discipline, and take action every single day, because when you work with passion and purpose, success is no longer a question of if, it's a question of when. The people who change the world are not just those who dream big, but those who take action, persist through setbacks, and stay true to their purpose. Align your passion with a clear purpose, put in the work, and success will follow as an inevitable result. 10. The bridge between dreams and reality. You can have the best mindset, the biggest goals, and the strongest network, but if you don't take action, none of it matters. Success is not about thinking, it's about doing. It's about taking massive, relentless action every single day. Too many people wait. They wait for the right time, the right opportunity, the right circumstances. But there is no perfect moment. The right time is now. The difference between those who achieve and those who don't is simple. The achievers take action even when they don't feel ready. They start before they have all the answers. They make mistakes, learn, and keep moving forward. If you want success, stop waiting. Stop overthinking. Start doing. Because in the end, success belongs to those who take action, not those who just think about it. Everything you want in life is already within your reach. But the question is, are you willing to become the person who attracts it? Success is not about luck. It's not about being born into the right circumstances. It's about mindset, discipline, resilience, and action. It's about making the choice every single day to improve, to grow, and to take control of your future. You don't need permission. You don't need validation. You already have everything you need within you. The only thing left to do is act. So what will you do today? What step will you take? What habit will you build?